It's Madden NFL 23. And up.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try to protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, L.A. Noah Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Play action. Stafford. This will be caught by Brown. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford over the middle and complete to the tight end Higbee. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 7. First down, Rams.
Again, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To throw again on second down. Stafford, he gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They go play action with Hurts. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Eagles at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Back to throw, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 28-yard line. Look at my team!
Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as...
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. T.J. Edwards with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken at around the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
A penalty is declined.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to be the 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So here are the Rams to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smooth. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The first play of the 2nd half, a big success, over 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. They got 29 yards that time. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. T.J. Edwards able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Gainwell is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Gets around him. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the move to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. A quick throw, but incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, it's a nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Steps away. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, 75 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional. But that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. On first down, Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense coming back out, and there's Van Jefferson leading them. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. On first down, Stafford here. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Hassan Reddick in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I like the design.
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling?
And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Right back to Akers. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to almost certainly win the football game. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A huge play there in overtime. 42 yards.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
His logic with the air attack has gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
They needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because